Alright people, it's here, our final trailer for Marvel Studios Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Had to sit through a boring football game to get here, and I'm not just saying it's boring because, it's football. I actually enjoy watching football, but I mean, this car was terrible. TCU had no chance. But anyway, yeah, I had to wait till like 10:30 for this trailer to drop, and then it finally came, and it did not disappoint. So, of course, we're going to do what we always do here on the channel and break down this trailer. But first, let's check out this brand new poster because this looks amazing. So, obviously, we got a poster earlier in the day, but that was a digital rendered version of the characters. But this is the, main final payoff poster that is going to be hanging up in theaters, and it looks beautiful. I mean, you got Ant-Man right front and center, you got the Wasp, you got the former Ant-Man and Wasp with Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne, as well as Cassie Lang, aka Stature, Kang the Conqueror just looming in the background, and we got some Quantum Realm stuff going on there as well. And also Bill Murray, his name's on here. We don't actually get to see him in the trailer at all. We saw him in the previous trailer, but not in this one. So interesting. It was confirmed that he's going to be playing Lord Krylar. So just a little tidbit right there. But without further ado, let's jump into the breakdown. The official final trailer for Marvel Studios Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. So we start off, Paul Rudd, Scott Lang, Ant-Man. He's living his life. He just got back after the blip. 5 years have passed. He just saved the universe. He's a celebrity now. We see this. He's going on red carpets with Evangeline Lilly's Hope Van Dyne. We also have seen that he wrote his own book, and Ms. Marvel has confirmed he's been doing a podcast. So he's a pretty famous guy now as the Ant-Man. And the thing is, though, because of the blip, he lost 5 years with his daughter. He already lost enough time with her being in prison and being away from her all that time. But then, finally getting to really reconnect with her, especially in Ant-Man and the Wasp, to then disappear for 5 years, come back later, and she's now a fully grown adult, or at least a teenager at this point. He missed all of her life, which is, as a father, that's got to be just absolutely devastating. So, especially now seeing that Cassie is in prison and kind of taking after her father, but not in the good ways, and that he wasn't there to be able to teach her that, those things are wrong. Don't steal stuff like I did. Learn from my mistakes. Don't repeat them. And this is when, of course, everybody is sucked into the quantum realm, and we have this interaction with Jonathan Majors, aka Kang the Conqueror, who's going to be the next Thanos, the big bad of the Marvel Studios multiverse saga, the main villain of the next two Avengers movies, Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. And so you can see why Scott is being tempted by this deal. We don't know exactly what it is that this deal entails, but clearly Kang wants Scott to do something. The rumors are it's some kind of heist type thing. So there's something that Kang wants. Scott is going to go get it for him in exchange for time. He's going to get that time back that he lost during the blip. And so we get a really cool look here at Kang with his helmet making his face look blue, just like it does in the comics. And then Scott, again, having this interaction here. The helmet is off, and just, I'm loving the comics accuracy of the suit because the purples and the greens, and it just looks beautiful. We get this exploration of the quantum realm. Definitely one of the strong suits of this movie, I can already tell, is going to be the visuals. Just look at this stuff. This is beautiful. But of course, Janet, she has prior experience in the quantum realm. She spent decades down there, so she kind of knows the lay of the land, and she is already warning the crew about this is not a good idea. Do not trust him. Just such an imposing threat here. I love the look of Jonathan Majors. Just such a great actor. We know he's going to be playing various variants throughout the MCU. We already saw him as He Who Remains in Loki, and now he is here as Kang the Conqueror. And we are getting variants and multiverse time travel type stuff here. As you can see, literally, we have 2 different Scott Langs. That's just absolutely crazy. And so there's Wasp. And again, Janet is warning him about, Kang. You can't trust him. He can literally rewrite reality, rewrite existence. This is a crazy, powerful guy, and he is not to be trusted. But of course, like I said, Scott, he wants that time back, time, and that is what Kang can give him. Kang is in control of time. Now, this is a really interesting shot right here because obviously we have Scott, we have Kang, and we have Cassie back there. But you look in the background, who is that big bald head with a giant little tiara on? Well, you take a little bit of a closer look, and that is our first official look at MODOK in this movie. Now, we've seen previous shots of him, not in actual footage, but we've seen merchandise and concept art of MODOK in this film, but that was all with the mask on, which we get a great shot of later. But this is our first look at MODOK in this movie, maskless. So, bald MODOK in all his glory, looking beautiful. Definitely huge vibes from Shark Boy and Lava Girl. That's definitely what it reminds me of. That's not a diss either. I mean, this is super comics accurate. I love the way this looks. Like, it looks ridiculous, but at the same time, he's going to be a menacing villain. And of course, this is Corey Stoll playing the character, returning from his role as Darren Cross, aka Yellow Jacket, the main villain of the first Ant-Man movie. Of course, at the end of that film, he ended up shrinking down limb by limb into the quantum realm, and now he ends up here, and from what we've heard, he's going to be kind of working as a henchman for Kang the Conqueror. I'm assuming that, once he got down in the quantum realm, Kang probably like saved him or something, so I'm really interested to see, especially his interactions with Scott and Hope and all these characters that he was, against in that first Ant-Man movie, and now to see like, hey, not only am I still bald, but this time I got a tiny body, tiny arms, and a floating hover chair. That's right, as well as I can shoot lasers out of my tiara. Pretty cool. So, yeah, just to get some great shots right here. There's another shot of him, of this group walking there as well. Nice little shot of Ant-Man. Again, just the visuals. The quantum realm is going to be so cool to explore. With that first trailer, we got kind of some Guardians of the Galaxy vibes, and I'm definitely getting that here again as well. I don't know what this is. I mean, I'm assuming obviously it's somewhere in the quantum realm, but this just gives me Avatar vibes. We just got Avatar: The Way of Water. I haven't seen it, but just giving me some Avatar vibes right there. We have Scott. Again, he is accepting this deal. He is going after whatever it is that Kang wants. We still don't know what exactly that is, but I'm really interested to find out. There's Cassie, and she's quite concerned everything that's going on. Nice to see that Hope and Scott still have their relationship going strong here together, but kind of realizing that, like, this may be the end of the line, Kang just being an absolute menace. A new dynasty is about to begin. I love how they use that as a tagline for this movie in the trailer on the posters, that a new dynasty is about to begin, because of course Kang is being set up here to be the main villain of this next Avengers movie, Kang Dynasty. So that's going to be absolutely amazing. I have a feeling that one of these two is going to die. I'm thinking probably Hank, but we will see. Ant-Man just getting bombarded with multiverse variants of Ant-Man. So that looks great. Man, just this shot right here of Kang is great. You can see the sweat dripping down his face. And I love how he says, you might not want your daughter to see this. Like, man, just the way that he plays this. And then Scott's like, we had a deal. So obviously he's going to betray Scott. He's not going to stay true to his word. I mean, who saw that coming? And here we have our best look yet at MODOK in this movie. Again, he looks great. A different design from the comics, where, in the comics he never has a mask, but this time he has both the mask and unmasked version. So he looks great here. I love how he has the kind of giant purple laser guns popping out of the sides as well. Other than the mask part, it's very comics accurate and looks very similar to what we saw in the recent Funko Pop design. At first it was a little alarming. I don't know if alarming is the right word, but just shocking to see this type of design for the character. So I was a little hesitant about it at first, but now it's really grown on me, and I actually really like this design for MODOK. Here's a nice shot of the Wasp, because of course it's Ant-Man and the Wasp, although it is mainly Ant-Man's franchise. I mean, he's the one that started it all. Speaking of him, there's another good shot of him there. And then I can already tell that this final battle is going to be amazing, because it's just a one-on-one fight between Kang the Conqueror and Ant-Man, and it's a fist fight too. Like, this just looks so cool. You can see Ant-Man is just down there in the rubble. The pure strength of Kang. I don't know what's happening here, why he has like one sleeve of armor and one not. Probably just to show off Jonathan Majors' muscles. I mean, have you seen those photos of him in Creed 3? Like, dang, that guy's ripped. But just, he is stomping on Ant-Man. You can see he stomps a hole right through the Ant-Man helmet, which we did see in originally our first official look at Kang in this movie was through concept art of a like broken Ant-Man helmet with like the reflection of Kang in it. So that's really cool that we're seeing that brought to life here. And then this line where Kang says something along the lines of like, you can't win this, or, you're going to lose. And just the way that Scott responds with, I don't need to win this as long as we both lose. So obviously there's been huge speculation that is mounted about the fact that possibly Scott could die in this movie. And I'm starting to think that that won't be the case. I mean, it would make sense, but I feel like it'd just be too obvious. And I feel like it's almost like he kind of has to be in Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. Maybe he'll die there, but I just feel like it'd be too obvious a move to go here. But I definitely feel like it is coming at some point. This is definitely going to be a really brutal fight. But I love how we end off the trailer with just this beautiful shot, super comics accurate Kang the Conqueror, the blue helmet, and all purple and green in all his glory. I oversaturated this photo to really bring out the colors and make it pop. And then he just blasts the camera. Man, just what a menace. And there we have the final trailer for Marvel Studios' Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Just a little over a month away, guys. February 17th, only in theaters. I'm really excited for this one. I mean, the first two Ant-Man films I've really enjoyed, especially that first one. But, they've obviously been smaller in scale, pun intended there. But this is going to be an Avengers-level Ant-Man movie. Not only because we're going into the quantum realm, but we literally have an Avengers level villain that is going to be the villain of the next Avengers movie. Plus we got MODOK in here. We're just taking everything to the next level, to insanely new heights, and it's just something I'm so excited to see. Ant-Man has always been one of my favorite characters in the MCU, and so to see that we're finally completing this trilogy, completing this story, obviously it's going to be sad, especially if one of these characters dies, but I'm really excited for this. I think it's going to be a good one. So anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this final trailer for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania? Let me know all your thoughts, theories, and predictions for this film in the comments below. And thanks for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video and hit the subscribe button so I keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the Marvel life.